gentlemen, I'm Wade Mercer. I'm the county judge in Jackson County. On your screen, you're going to see myself as well as the two attorneys involved in the first appearance process. I want to make sure you can see and hear them also. So I'm going to ask that they introduce themselves, starting with the state.
This is Shayla Jeffcoat, Assistant State Attorney.
John McDaniel, Assistant Public Defender.
Corporal, can you see and hear all three of us?
Yes, sir, we can.
Great. We have a American Sign Language interpreter. Mr. Milton, can you see and hear me okay?
Yes, I can see and hear you okay.
Great. Mr. Milton's here on Shirley Tolar.
Albert Johnson has hearing problems also.
Corporal, does Mr. Johnson need a sign language interpreter also?
At this moment, we're going to wait and see if he can hear you well enough to tell if he does or not.
Okay, I can't wait because the interpreter won't be here then when we get to his case. I can't wait. So I need to go ahead and ask her to step to the side. Let's go ahead and, he can hear me?
Yes, sir. I just wanted to make sure the volume was good enough, but he can.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Tolar, you're here because you've been charged with one count of battery. Ma'am, I've read the complaint and there is probable cause. Ms. Tolar, do you reside with, you live in the same home with Mr. Johnson? Ma'am, do you live in the same home with Mr. Johnson? Can she see us okay?
Yes, sir, we can see you.
Okay. Do you know if she uses sign language?
She indicated to me she did.
Okay, she's not responding at all to our interpreter. Okay, let's try it one more time. Ma'am, do you use American Sign Language?
I don't understand.
I don't know what to say.
I'm sorry, she does not understand.
I don't understand.
Mr. Johnson, does she speak sign language?
He says she does. She says she doesn't understand.
Does Mr. Johnson speak sign language?
Yes.
Yes, sir, he does.
Can Mr. Johnson see Mr. Milton?
Yes, I can.
Yes.
And is the sign language that Mr. Milton is using, is that the same sign language she uses, Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Yes, he says yes.
Does Mr. Johnson know why she's not responding?
You know why? She's not responding. You know why?
I don't understand that.
You don't understand.
I don't understand the
She
sound.
don't understand what she's saying. She understand what they're telling her.
Oh, she can read, but she cannot sign.
Yes.
I can't understand when you talk to me, when you say to me, when he talk to you, you tell me what you say, I can
She read it.
I understand it good, okay.
Apparently she can read, but not sign.
Mr. Johnson, how does she communicate with you if she can't sign?
Because she understands what I'm saying, because she can read lips and she also can hear if she's like standing there talking with her.
How does she communicate with you? Not how does she hear you? How do you know what she's saying?
I know what she's saying, sir.
Okay. Ms. Charlotte, I'm going to set your bond at $2,500, cash or surety. You have a condition, no contact with Mr. Johnson. Do you have any questions, ma'am?
He has set your bond at $2,500. One condition, no contact, Mr. Johnson. Do you have any questions for him?
No.
No questions, sir.
Okay, Mr. McDaniel, if y'all meet with her and have a different way to proceed, please let me know, but I'm just going to set our bond for today's purposes.
No, I see it's been a long time since she's been in trouble. You consider
It is, but she can't comply with the conditional release. There's no way.
you consider a cash bond.
Sure. $250 cash bond is fine. $2,500 cash or surety or $250 cash. Please let her know that, Corporal.
Yes, sir. Yes. 250 cash bond to be paid here to be released. Okay.
No contact with Mr. Johnson. Please make sure she understands that. All right, thank you, Mr. Interpreter.
Mr. Johnson.
All right, so everyone, as I think I may have already introduced myself, I'm Wade Mercer. I'm the county judge in Jackson County. We have one sign language interpreter case we're going to get to in just a moment. As a matter of fact, let me wait till that black box on the screen goes away because I want to make sure that we'll be able to see our ASL interpreter. Mr. Interpreter, there's a black box that says this meeting is being live streamed. There, it's gone now. Okay, it's gone now. So, all right, good morning, everyone. I'm Wade Mercer. I'm the county judge in Jackson County. You're here for an arraignment court date. We have one case that may need the services of an interpreter. So let me call that case first. I don't have that interpreter request. Number 41. My numbers are cut off on my copy. I'm sorry. Are they cut off on yours, Stacy? That's going to be a problem all morning. Can you see if they can print another one out down there? James Warren III. Mr. Warren, come on up, please. Mr. Warren, good morning. You're here because you've been charged with one count of battery. Mr. Warren, I'm going to appoint the public defender's officer to represent you in this case. And I'm going to let you know what the state's offer is in your case.
Pretrial date.
The state's offer to you is 11 months and 29 days probation. Pay court costs and fines. No contact with the alleged victim. And restitution reserved. If you would like to speak to an attorney, then we're going to try to make that happen. By giving you some instructions from the attorney's office. But if you wish to waive your right to an attorney and accept that plea offer, you have the right to do that also. Do you want to speak with an attorney or do you want to?
Sorry, Your Honor, he's looking towards me.
He needs to look at the camera. This is unusual.
I don't think I need a lawyer.
Okay. Yes.
I'm a brother. I was there. He was falsely arrested. He was assaulted.
Okay. Your suggestion as his family is that he see an attorney. Is that right? Okay. Your family wants you to see an attorney because they think you have defenses to this charge. Do you understand your family wants you to see an attorney? That's my suggestion also if there's any doubt. Do you want me to appoint a lawyer to represent you, sir?
The sheet to fill out.
I really have no idea even how to get a lawyer.
No, I'm going to appoint you a lawyer. If you stop, don't raise your hand. I'm trying to talk to him, okay? He's a grown man. We got an interpreter here. Give us a minute. I'm appointing the public defender's officer to represent you.
Tell them to email us.
Mr. McDaniel, what instructions you want given to him while we've got an interpreter here?
We'll give it to his family.
We're going to give your family some instructions on when and how you can talk with your attorney. We're also going to give you a notice for your next court date.
any witness.
Mr. McDaniel, what court date you want to be given a notice?
November
for?
21st.
Your court date will be November 21st at 9 a.m. So ma'am and sir in the back, this will give instructions on when you can talk to him, and the court provides an interpreter for events that take place in court. If it's outside of court, like at a public defender's office, then either the family, if you have an interpreter, you may be able to interpret. If you don't, you need to let the public defender's office know before the meeting, so it's their responsibility to get an interpreter there. But if one of you can sign language, then you can certainly do that as long as it's okay with everybody. Do you have any questions in the back? Ma'am, do you have any questions? Okay. Why hadn't you done it before today? Okay, so I'm appointing him a lawyer. You still can hire him an attorney if you wish to, or you may want to go to the meeting with the lawyer first and then make that decision. Okay? Yes, sir.
Most of the victim and her grandmother, I don't know if they've been to the state's attorney's office twice to try to get this particular case right.
There was an issue. They didn't have an interpreter to speak to her. I think Kara told me the same thing, that that's what she thought she wanted to do, but without an interpreter, it was difficult to ascertain that.
What the prosecutor's notes say, our victim did not bring ASL interpreter to the meeting as requested. So apparently the alleged victim thought there would be an interpreter there. The state thought the alleged victim was going to have an interpreter, so they weren't able to communicate. So it may be dropped. I don't know if it will or not, but we're going to give him a court date and get him a lawyer and see what happens. Okay? So, sir, I need you to sign this notice for your next court date, and we're going to give you a copy of it once you sign it.
Okay.
Thank y'all for coming with him today. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
You too, sir. Yes, you're free to go.